Howdy folks, me and Reaper RC. Welcome back to the channel. I came in last night from work. I work away all week to a couple of hefty boxes that the wife had taken in for me from China. A few little bits and bobs for the YK6101. These numbers are doing my head in. Otherwise known as the Defender Flying Huntsman 66. Not going to cover that in the video. That's going to be on a later video. I'm not addressing that today. But what did arrive in a rather large box were some wheels and some hubs for the YK4061, the Rockslide. These also fit the Redcat Gen 6, and as far as I'm aware, aside from one US custom shop that make a set of wheels that direct fit in carbon, these are the only wheels that fit the Rockslide and Gen 6. I'm just going to call it the Rockslide. I'm getting, oh, these numbers, you can see the gears going in my head. Yeah, these are the only mass-produced wheels that fit the Gen 6 stroke Rockslide. So I'm waffling on. Let's get down there. You want to see the wheels? You don't want to see me? Yeah, let's get down. Right, folks, and this is what you get for your money. Obviously, times 4. Yeah, they come beautifully, I say beautifully packaged. That's your wheel. Some argue to say that these are not the prettiest wheel, and I'll probably agree to an extent, but you've got to think they've got to get a 12mm hole through there, unlike the SCX6 wheels, where you've probably got about a 6 or a 7mm hole. So they've obviously got to take into account that. So right, so yeah, you've seen what the packaging they come in. Let's get these open. And there she is, folks. There's your inner wheel. I'm obviously doing a sort of a review on both the wheel and the tyres, because I decided, what the hell, let's give Vitavon and their own tyres a bit of a whirl. Tacky, but not too tacky. Tread is very, very Barger Pro-esque, which is not a bad thing. If I didn't go for the Vitavon tyres, I would have gone Barger Pro. I absolutely love that tyre. I've got them on my H10. I've also got them on my Capra. Fabulous tyre. So, but that's what gives you all the jip. 12mm hole with a 17mm hex. But yeah, as I say, tread is very, very Barger Pro-esque. And they are a 2.9 inner, obviously, by 3.08 width with a 765 overall, which is substantially bigger than the standard tyre. I will try and compare those in a sec, just so you can see the difference that you're going to get, which hopefully will address some of the clearance issues. I mean, they're not immense, but you've got to think that they are a straight axle, which I would have liked to have seen a portal, and I do know portals exist. Bit steep for my liking. At the time of me videoing this, these wheel and tyre combo are $319 on Vitavon's website. Now, I made a request that they do these in a satin black for me, because these normally come in silver. I don't buy a lot of Vitavon. Rob buys an awful lot of Vitavon for the 5th scale stuff, and he says that they are very, very accommodating. So I'm not saying, oh yeah, just ask for whatever colour willy-nilly, but I'm sure for simple things, I'm sure they don't mind as such. But there we go. So yeah, I asked for them in satin black, and that's what I got. Alongside the wheels, so there's another 3 of those. I also bought, because I was concerned about, you've got to remember that most 17mm hubs are generally plastic wheels. They're generally found on bashers. And I was concerned that the knurling was going to damage and mark my very, very expensive wheels. The wheels cost me $319. That's what they are on Vitavon's website. at the minute. Did they cost me 319? I don't think they were far off that in the long run with the exchange rate, so forth. I can't remember what I paid in Great British pounds, but I decided to go for the hubs as well. That is a hub and a wheel nut in one, which the wheel nut will not damage the face of the wheel. So that was the reason why I went for it. They also have a different thread pitch, which I believe is slightly stronger. So those were cheap, $45. And again, I requested they come in satin black. So very, very happy with those. So, right, you've seen the packaging. You've seen what we've got. Let's see them on the car. And there you have it, guys. Those are the Vitavon 2.9 Vertex6 / Yikong 4061 Rockslide wheels. I really like them. They are a little more basic, considering that the originals are they're quite a good looking wheel for a plastic wheel. But the one thing if you look, there's a fair bit of difference size wise. So I'm hoping that might address some of the clearance issues of them being a straight axle. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you £300 worth of, and that includes the hubs. I'll throw that in there now before anybody pulls me up on it. Yeah, it's cost me about 300 quid to put these on, which yeah, so probably, yeah, for our American viewers, probably about $360. They are the most expensive wheels I've ever put on an RC car. And that even includes my fifth scale days. But then again, I always kept a plastic wheel on my fifth scale just to keep the rotational mass low. As I say, you can sit on either fence with that, whether you want alloy or plastic. I always left plastic. So yeah, those are the most expensive wheels I've ever put on an RC car, and I like them a lot. So there will be a video coming very, very shortly with a field test of the tyres. There'll also be a new servo on this by the time that that video's out. So, but aside from that, yeah, I'm chuffed to bits of them. Would I say they're worth it? Jury's still out for that, but we will address that once we actually get on the rocks. So, if you have liked what you've seen, folks, like and subscribe, and you will see me and the Rockslide very, very soon. Take care.